Warm greetings. I, Prashita, student of BBM department, and welcome you all on the day 2 of international conference. Here we are in track 3. So rules of the track, the time limit of the presentation is 8 minutes and for the presentation 3 minutes for question and answer session. A bell sound will be given at the end of the 5th minute to intimate the participants that they have exceeded the time limit. Strictly adhere to the schedule and timing. Participants will be marked on the based on content, presentation skills, and timekeeping ability. Among the presented papers, under each track, one paper will be submitted by the expert jury member for the best paper award. So all participants are requested to turn on the camera during the presentation and are requested to remain on mute with the video off during the rest of the event. So, I'm honored to welcome our esteemed judge, Dr. V. Sumati, Assistant Professor of Commerce, for this wonderful session. Now, I would like to call Ms. Vidhi Modi, Assistant Professor, Department of Bank Management, to introduce the resource person for today's session.
Hello, everybody. It is indeed my honor to welcome Dr. Sumati, Assistant Professor from Kaide Milad Government College for Women. I'm happy to let you all know that ma'am has also been associated with Hyderabad College for Women as a student and as a faculty for over 2 decades. Dr. Sumati's academic achievement includes to be a school topper in CBSE board and also secured university ninth rank in UG degree examination conducted by Madras University. Ma'am's contribution in research is in abundance. Ma'am has published over 13 research papers in various fields and also authored a book on office management for Standard 12. She has been invited as a resource person in many state and national level webinars and many such programs. Also, she has served as a member of inspection for various committees and appointed as subject expert to evaluate many of the students' project proposals. We wholeheartedly welcome you, ma'am. Now, I request ma'am to address the gathering.
Thank you, Ms. Vidhi, for the introduction. It's such a pleasure to come back to my alma mater, and more particularly, I thank the organizers, both the BBM department and the A&F department, for having me here. So, special thanks to Dr. Usha and Dr. Jayanti. So, I thought of making a small presentation in the beginning, but then since we have started a little late, so if I have time, I will do the presentation in the end. So I think the participants are clear about the rules. Uh, I'm looking out for in your presentation. I think the criteria has been given as content, presentation, and time. In your presentation, I'll be focusing on the objective of your study, the methodology, and your finding. So, since you are given only 5 minutes, let the focus be only on this. So with this, I call the first presenter to start with her presentation. All the best to all the participants.
So now I call upon the first participant, Gayatri V, ma'am, to present your screen.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, one and all. I'm Gayatri, Assistant Professor, SDMB Vaishnav College for Women. My topic is Consumer Awareness and Consumer Preference between Allopathic and Ayurvedic Treatment, a Comparative Study.
Sorry to interrupt
Introduction.
you, ma'am. Would you
Allopathic
like to switch
treatment.
on?
Yes,
Would you
ma'am.
like to switch on the camera, ma'am? It would be great if you could.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Is the screen visible now, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes. Allopathic treatment is a globally recognized scientific medical system. Allopathic treatments are well researched and established methods that provide solution to almost all human health conditions. Allopathic treatment works with advanced technologies used for diagnostic procedures refined surgical procedures, medicine with specific actions, vaccines, transplants, etc. Ayurveda is one of the oldest, however, still living Indian medical system, which prescribes bodily exercise, which is yoga, and herbal presentations for treatment. It's a bioscience with a holistic approach to individual health and medical aid. It's a complete medical system that features a physical, psychological, philosophical status of human anatomy. The aim of this research article is to identify the preference for allopathic and Ayurvedic among public and identify the perceived reasons for their preference. Objective of the study: to study consumer awareness of allopathic treatment and Ayurvedic treatments available, to study the reason for consumer preference between allopathic and Ayurvedic treatment, to identify the most preferred treatment for different types of ailments, the perception of respondents on factors like satisfaction, reliability, recommendable, long-term benefits, to understand whether demographic parameters affect the choice of medication therapy. These are the review of literature. Research methodology: random sampling technique was used to collect the data. The primary data was collected through structured questionnaire with a sample size of 100. Statistical tools used were simple percentage analysis, weighted average, and ANOVA. These are the findings. Demographic profile, which are the dominant classes. 52% of the respondents fall under the age category of 20 to 30. 71% of the respondents were female. 49% of the respondents were graduates. 41% of the respondents were employed. And 36% of the respondents earned a monthly income of 15 to 30,000. Level of awareness and belief in Ayurvedic and allopathic treatments: 47% of the respondents agreed that both allopathic and Ayurvedic treatment have solution for most of the ailments. 39% of the respondents were moderately aware of allopathic treatment, and 37% of the respondents are moderately aware of Ayurvedic treatments. 51% of the respondents prefer Ayurvedic treatment for their family members. Factors which influence to prefer allopathic and Ayurvedic treatment. Recovery time is the factor which influences most of the respondents to prefer allopathic treatment, and natural ingredients is one which is preferred by the respondents to prefer Ayurvedic treatment. Effectiveness in the treatment for various diseases: 30% of the respondents said both allopathic and Ayurvedic is preferred for treating common diseases like cold, cough, allergy, and skin disease. 56% of the respondents use Ayurvedic medicine for treating diabetes, arthritis, asthma, etc. The respondents believe that Ayurvedic treatment is highly effective in curing or controlling COVID-19. Rating of features of allopathic and Ayurvedic treatments. Allopathic treatment is preferable because of quick relief and effectiveness, and Ayurvedic treatments are preferred due to curability, zero side effects, and very effective. Preference for combined treatment: 64% of the respondents do not consume Ayurvedic medicines along with allopathic and homeopathic medicines, and 51% of respondents have switched from allopathic to Ayurvedic treatment. Perception of the respondents: the mean preference for Ayurvedic treatment was higher than the mean of allopathic treatment. 64% of the respondents would recommend Ayurvedic treatment to others, and 65% believe that Ayurvedic treatment is better for long-term illness. One-way ANOVA: age, gender, and qualification of the respondents were influencing the preference for allopathic treatment under the variable of word of mouth recommendation, advertisement, and recovery time. Age, qualification, and income of the respondents influence preference for Ayurvedic treatment with the variables such as friend suggestion, word of mouth recommendation, recovery time, low side effects, and natural ingredients. Conclusion: this study reveals that there's a better reception for Ayurvedic treatment among the respondents due to less or no side effects and curability using natural ingredients. Respondents prefer Ayurvedic treatment for their family members. They also believe Ayurvedic treatment helps in long-term diseases. Respondents also believe that Ayurvedic treatment helps in COVID control. They are more satisfied with Ayurvedic products and treatment. Many respondents have switched from allopathic to Ayurvedic treatment and also have recommended Ayurvedic treatment to others as better than allopathic in various aspects according to their perception. Ayurvedic treatment have equal or more recognition among general public. Creating awareness and establishing more Ayurvedic centers will enhance its prospects and reach. Thank you.
Gayatri, that was a good presentation.
Yes, ma'am.
Vaishnavi, you have something to say? Vaishnavi, you have something to say, or can I proceed?
No, ma'am, you can please proceed.
Okay.
Thank you.
How did you choose your sample, Gayatri?
It was a random sampling technique used because I want to find out the awareness level among all the age groups. So we just collected data through Google Forms.
Who were your respondents? Like it was just randomly done, or it was done in a particular area, or how was it?
It was confined to Chennai city.
Chennai City.
Yes.
Okay, and one suggestion would be to not have everything on your slide and just read out from your slide. See, PowerPoint itself is just to mention the points. Okay,
Yes,
and
yes.
and so you can just elaborate when you're talking because you have completed your PhD, is it?
No, I've registered.
Okay, so you may have to make several presentations in the future. So it's
Yes,
just
ma'am.
a suggestion. So you can have a few pointers on screen and then go with your explanation. Okay, can you
Sure, sure.
justify the usage of your tools?
Uh, no, percentage analysis we just used to find out the descriptive statistics, and ANOVA was used to find out the influence of various factors with a demographic profile, with the age and the factors regarding. There are various factors for influencing allopathic treatment and Ayurvedic treatment. So I want to find out whether the demographic profile influenced the factors.
Do you think the sample size is sufficient to make a conclusion of this kind?
Um, Entire conclusions cannot be done for the on the whole you cannot, but still to some extent we can
Okay,
take it as
you can take a better sample size next time. Maybe if it's your
sure.
research PhD topic. Is this your PhD topic?
No, no, ma'am, no, ma'am.
Okay. So in future, you can have a, since you're using Google Form, you can,
Yes, ma'am.
maybe you didn't have time this time, but it will be
Yes, ma'am.
better to have somewhere around, because even a student project they do for 100. So you can try to enhance your
Yes,
sample size. Okay. Otherwise, it was good.
sure, ma'am. Yes,
Thank you.
ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I call upon the second participant, Lavanya Mary, ma'am, to present the screen.
Hello, Lavanya ma'am. I'm
Okay,
attending.
sorry about the delay. So, good afternoon, everyone. So, my name is Lavanya, and this paper is being done with my colleague Ankita Anthony. Both of us are assistant professors from St. Joseph's Evening College. So, our topic is digital payment systems and its influence on impulsive buying behavior of consumers. So before I introduce the topic, I would like to tell what is the reason or what is the purpose behind doing this, choosing this topic. So all of us spend our weekends in shopping, good amount of time on weekends in shopping, right? This is offline shopping, and we see how the companies or the owners try to sell their products through offers or discounts, and we do get instigated or we do get influenced through these uh, offers or discounts. Similarly, we have these digital payment applications that we use on a very frequent basis, right? Like Phone Pay or Google Pay, and we see companies promoting or putting equal amount of efforts to promote their products through these discounts or offers, even on online platforms. So I just want we wanted to check if customers or the users of these digital payment applications get instigated through these online payment apps also for these discounts or coupons. So now, what are digital payment systems and what are its importance? Digital payment systems refers to platforms that enable the transfer of money without any physical exchange. In India, the government has taken several steps to initiate a digital India. And these digital payment systems have greatly helped in accelerating the growth towards a more digitally oriented system. And at present, there are several applications that all of us use, like Google Pay, Phone Pay, or Paytm. And all of them have their own benefits at the same time, shortcomings. Consumer behavior and impulsive buying behavior. Consumer behavior is a concept which describes the attitudes or the rationale behind choosing a product or any service. And impulsive buying is a spontaneous decision. You are not really, you don't really have any plans of buying a product or a service. But when you are, when you see the product or when you go to shopping center, immediately or at that moment, you make a decision of to buy the products. So there are various factors that contribute for such impulsive buying behaviors on online platforms as well as offline platforms. Some of the factors are promotional offers, as I said, offers, discounts, coupons, and also the ambience of the if it is offline, ambience of the shopping center, hospitality of the staff in the shopping center. And the objectives of our paper are to study the effect of promotional offers leading to impulsive buying behavior of consumers in relation to digital payment systems, to identify the relationship between the age and income of the consumer and the impulsive buying behavior through digital payment systems. And last one, to identify the primary reasons for using digital payment systems. So these are the few articles we have reviewed. Research methodology. Research design, ours is a descriptive paper. And the sources of data, we have used both primary as well as secondary data. We have collected the data through Google Form. It was a structured questionnaire. And secondary data, we have read a few articles and we have referred to various websites to arrive at the information. Sampling method, we have used simple random sampling method. Our sample size is 83 respondents. And yeah, so these are the findings. Out of the total 83 respondents, almost 32% of them use Google Pay, Paytm, and Phone Pay. Most of the respondents, that is 61.4% of them, have redeemed their promotional offers through that was available on DPS for food delivery applications such as Zomato, Swiggy. And out of 100, 34.9% of them have redeemed the coupons for purchasing clothing or accessories and other personal care products. And 3.6% of them have used it for purchasing household items. And 62.7% were students, 16.9% were corporate employees, and 19.3% were employed in different organizations. 37.3% of the respondents were actually instigated to use the digital payment systems, which were available on the DPS because of offers and discounts.
You have last 30 seconds. Kindly wind up.
And the last two findings, there was significant relationship between the promotional offers that were there on the DPS, and 48.2% of the respondents used these DPS because of ease of use and not because of the offers or discounts. And yes, there is a significant difference in impulsive buying behavior among different age groups. And yeah, so the conclusion is these offers or discounts do play an important role influencing the buying behavior, both offline as well as online platforms. So the owners or the promoters, it is important for them to understand these consumer behaviors in customizing the goods and services. And we would recommend that this topic should be taken up at a larger scale. to get different results. Thank you.
Lavanya, that was a very good presentation. Just like as I said for the previous presenter, you could have had an enhanced sample size. So, what made you to stop with just 83?
We had a lack of time, so we tried as much as possible, and we could get 83 respondents.
Okay, can you just mention few of the variables that you have considered for the study?
Uh, uh,
Um, uh, yes, I hope I'm audible and clear. Yeah. So my name is Ankita, and I'm a colleague of Miss Lavanya. Both of us have done the paper together. So as you might have seen in the paper itself, or the test that we used a one sample t-test as well as correlation. So we took.
I'm asking about the variable. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, we took the redemption, the rate of redemption, whether they redeem the coupons that have been given, and also compared it with the impulsive buying behavior patterns, that is whether they redeemed it. And for the one sample t-test, we took the age as well as the impulsive buying behavior. We also considered variables like income, occupation, and of course age.
Don't you think for a digital payment system, you also have to consider the kind of security offered by the platform? Because impulsive buying is more to do with psychology. So I'm not sure if you've included the secure aspect of that particular platform into consideration for your research.
Ma'am, I just like to clarify that our focus was on the offers that are given by these digital payment systems. So, which is why we've put in that majority of the respondents already are in use of these kind of Google Pay and the different applications. Now, the promotional offers that are given on these platforms are separate, so you have to put in like a coupon code. So the security of the DPS, I think, would be a separate thing to look at. We were just looking at the promotional offers and how that has an influence on the purchase behavior of the consumer. So the fact that the consumers use the platform itself shows that, I don't know, that they have a certain amount of trust in the platform.
Okay. And just would like to highlight to Lavanya that you focus more on introducing the topic and spend more time on the background of the topic. And so I think you rushed towards the end. So I think you were not able to drive home the point of what you've actually done in the analysis part. So can you tell me what tool, whether you've used SPSS or Jamovi, or what have you used for analyzing your data?
We have used correlation.
Yes, ma'am. We have used SPSS tool to perform the different tests of one sample t-test and correlation.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I'd like to call upon Aksha ma'am to present the paper, followed by Priya Jyotilingam ma'am.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello, ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, you're audible. Ma'am.
Okay, everyone. I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am. You're audible.
Can I pass on my screen?
Please, ma'am.
I'm Akshaya, a full-time research PhD scholar, Department of Commerce, and my research supervisor is Dr. R. Savitri, Associate Professor and Head, Research Department of Commerce. Our topic is Impact of Pre-Purchase Consumer Behavior on Teen Purchase Decision Making, a study on teen consumer perception as regards cake brands in Chennai city. Introduction. Environmental factors and the behavioral actions act as a continuous flow of interactions in consumer decision making. Pre-purchase information and post-purchase outcomes are important in consumer decision making. So, what is the cake? Small introduction about a cake. A cake is a baked batter or steamed batter made from flour, sugar, salt with leavening agents, fat, milk, eggs, and the flavors. And my objective of this study to study the demographic profile of teenage consumers in Chennai city, to rank the factors that influence cake purchase and consumption, to identify the factors influencing purchase decision making, to study the impact of pre-purchase consumer behavior on teen decision making, to suggest some measures to increase the sale of cake brands. And this is my review of literature. As a time is very limited, so I'm going for a next slide. And this is my research methodology. The study is based on primary data collected from 100 teenage respondents. And questionnaire was divided into two parts. Part 1 dealt with demographic profile of the respondent, and the part 2 with teen consumer decision making as regards cake brands. The secondary data was collected from the articles, journals, and the websites. And this is my demographic profile and the purchase preferences of the respondents. Most of the teenage respondents were female with 59.8%, and the respondents were in the age limit of 18 years, was a dominant group with 46%, and the educational qualification was 38% with studying UG degree, and their family income was less than 25,000 with 47.2%. Most of the respondents are in the nuclear family with 78.4%, and 4 members was in the total family with 59%, and they prefer eating cakes as snacks, and most of the respondents like to have cakes in the evening time, and they purchase it in the supermarkets. The next one is in Garrett ranking analysis. In Garrett ranking analysis, we have taken factors that influence the purchase of cakes. It was found that the most influencing factors for purchasing cakes was availability of more flavors, and was assigned first rank, followed by other factors like quality and the taste. And the next analysis was in factor analysis, and factor analysis was applied to find out teen consumer behavior as regards cake brands, and Conva alpha used was 0.944. KMO measure of sampling adequacy was 0.863, and Bartlett test showed a significance level of 0.00. And so the factor analysis was applied for 25 variables, and the total variance was explained was 68.937%. The factor analysis, the first factor was named as a brand commitment, with the factors of quality, emotional bonding, sweet memories, advertisement, and it was explained with 26.060% of variance. And the second factor was a brand faith, and the variance was 15.416%. And the third factor was brand equity with 15.032%. And the fourth factor was in brand satisfaction with 4 variables: hunger, different variety of flavors, and it was explained with 12.429%. And the fifth factor was brand convenience with a variance of 10.554% of the variance. The suggestions for future: the ambience of cake shops should be attractive, nutrition information and ingredients used should be displayed in the package, speedy delivery of cakes is required, price of cakes should match the size of cakes, and the parking facilities and in-store environment can be enhanced by playing some background music. The scope for further research: the study is based on the teen consumer perception as regards Chennai city, and further research can be done in other cities also. The study is based on the teen consumer perception, and in future study can be based on perception of other age groups. The study is based on teen consumer perception as regards cake brands. In future, the research can be done for other products. Conclusion: consumer buyer behavior is a challenge for the organization to guarantee that customers are provided with good quality products. All customers want full value for their money when they purchase a product. Hence, the companies must improve their products with good advertisements so that it can increase a brand awareness among teens, thereby increase the sales of various cakes brands. Thank you.
That was a very crisp presentation, Ms. Akshaya.
Thank you, ma'am.
Can you tell me how you collected your data? Is it through Google Forms?
Yes, ma'am, through Google Forms, ma'am.
Okay. You think this type of study can be replicated across? You have done this for cake. You think it has a potential to be replicated across other categories of maybe food products also? Do you think the study has been done extensively for replication?
Yes, ma'am. For all consumable goods, it can be taken, ma'am. It can be. We can do this analysis, ma'am.
Okay.
But
Okay.
many people have done it in chocolate, so I have taken it for cakes.
Okay. Did you ensure that your respondents were mainly from the youth age group or just like
Yes,
that?
ma'am, it is only for teenage people, ma'am. We have taken this research only for teenage people. I have collected from year of 13 to 18 years.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now I call upon Mrs. Priya Jyotilingam ma'am to present this paper, followed by Sukanya ma'am.
So, I'm audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible. Is there a possibility for you to switch on the video, ma'am? Yeah. Okay, ma'am, no problem. I think if there's a difficulty, then you can proceed, but it would be lovely to have your video switched on as well. But nevertheless, ma'am, you can please start your presentation.
Video.
Rishita, your voice is breaking, right? Ma'am, your voice is breaking. Could you probably just check on your network connections?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you better now.
Yeah, okay. So it is like you can't use your camera while sharing your screen.
Yes, that's right.
What
That's
I have
right.
to do now?
No problem, ma'am. You can please proceed. You can just share your screen and you can proceed, ma'am. It's okay.
Okay. So there won't be any
Sorry?
there won't be any problem, right?
No problem, ma'am. No problem. Please carry on.
Okay. Okay. I'm a full-time research scholar from Vaishnav College for women. So my topic is how pandemic has influenced the purchasing behavior of consumers. It especially refers to online shopping. So online shopping is nothing but it's like electronic commerce where customers can click on the goods or services. So let's go with the content. So firstly, we're going to see introduction, objectives, research methodology, data analysis and finding, suggestions and conclusions. So introduction. So like we see, COVID-19 pandemic will not be forgotten by anyone in this world. It ruined out all the human life throughout the world. So the causes of pandemic is ruination of economy, financial crisis, employment, closure of schools and colleges, impact on the environment. And this causes the people, this made people decide to switch from the to online. So I take the person on first. I take the top as follow. Firstly, on the list is India and South Africa, which have 59 and 55%, followed by China, Brazil, and Philippines. And my objectives of the study is to know how pandemic has influenced the purchasing behavior of consumers, to learn which benefit of consumer purchasing helps the customers to manage the pandemic, to measure the factors that will continue to have a positive impact on online shopping growth among customers during pandemic. So my methodology, my research design is quantitative research. My sample size is 100 customers. My sample design is random sampling. And my questionnaire has demographic ranking and scaled questions. And the questionnaire which I prepared and collected the data, which is through the well-structured questionnaire. Data analysis and findings. So I picked up collecting or processing my data through MS Excel and SPSS. So I carried out through percentage ranking, chi-square test, factor analysis, and Likert scaling techniques. So my general findings, so I have differentiated into two. One is general findings and another one is specific findings. My general findings is stage analysis. So in that 55%, my respondents has been split into male and female. So 53% of them are male, 49% belongs to 22% of group. 40% has master degree, 42 has full-time employees, 36 have the income group of less than 20,000, 41% of consumers using online shopping. The sector is seldom, and 53% of respondents were spending 1,000 to 5,000 for their online shopping. And my general specific findings, which is firstly tops the list, is Henry Garrett ranking. So I have 5 variables, so it has been ranked into 1 to 5. So my rank 1 is given to ease to use, and the other one is rank 5 is safety. And I go with the chi-square test. So I have done with 2. One is association between general and total spending on online shopping. So my p-value is 0.000, which is less than 0.05. So my null hypothesis is rejected. And the next one is association between gender and frequency of online shopping. So my p-value is 0.890. So my null hypothesis is more than 0. My factor analysis. So I have 10 variables which has been loaded into 3 factors, and my percentage of total variance is 71.179. My KOMO is 0.767. So the 10 variables are split into 3 factors. So one is beneficiary factors, congenial factors, and accessible factors. And that beneficiary factors, in factor analysis, I have picked beneficiary factors, and with that help, I used the Likert summated scaling technique. So in that Likert summated scaling technique, I adopted beneficiary factors which has 6 variables in it. So with the help of that, I used to calculate, which means the beneficiary factors has been ranked by using Likert summated scaling, and it shows convenience and given rank 1, and safety measures has given rank 6. So my Likert summated scaling is total divided by number of factors, which comes into 4.033. Suggestions and conclusions. So my suggestions is customers till now are not aware of the online shopping and the gimmicks of online shopping. So I request the customers to concentrate and to update themselves to the knowledge of the online shopping, and customers should concentrate customer satisfaction, and the delivery should be more appropriate, and technology skills should be updated. My conclusions, so the pandemic has survived in every human life. In every situation has survived, so they switch online shopping, and customers, manufacturers, retailers are beneficiary in their own ways. And in my study, I took up that I understood that day by day the online shopping is better. Thank you.
That was a good presentation, Ms. Priya.
Thank you.
If I'm right, the topic is impact of COVID-19 on online shopping. Am I right? Can you just go back to the title?
Yeah.
Okay. So, wouldn't it have been appropriate to study the shopping behavior before and after the pandemic? Have you done
No,
anything
ma'am,
of that kind? Because
no, I just concentrate on the current online shopping purchasing behavior.
okay, it would have been more appropriate to study the shopping pattern before the pandemic and after the pandemic. So you will get
Yeah,
a
ma'am.
more
Yeah,
clear picture of how pandemic has influenced the online shopping. Otherwise, the
I
tools,
will work on it,
everything,
ma'am.
yeah, everything has been used very appropriately. And your
Thank you,
factor
ma'am.
loading, were you forced to drop any dimension of your variable, or all the factors had enough
No,
loadings?
no.
All
Yeah,
the
ma'am.
factors had.
Yeah, I prepared my questionnaire with 10 variables,
Hmm.
and that has been loaded into 3 factors.
Okay, how many questions you had?
My dairy factors has 6 variables,
Okay.
and my congenial factors has 3 variables, and finally I have one.
Okay. Have you used any established scale in your questionnaire, or it's just a random question?
No, ma'am, it's like random one.
Hmm.
But liquid summated scaling, I go with the beneficiary factors of the factor analysis. So it has 6 variables into it. So I use liquid summated scaling for the thinking of those variables.
Okay, it's just a suggestion. See, in
Yes,
future,
ma'am.
when you've completed your PhD, no,
No,
I
ma'am,
think
I'm a research scholar.
you are a research
Yeah.
scholar.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
when you design your questionnaire, if you can choose an established scale, like
Okay,
there
ma'am.
might be few researchers who have established a scale for this kind of study, and to that, if you
Okay,
can
ma'am.
add your own variables, so that is the new
Okay.
thing that you are doing in your study. So
Okay, ma'am.
that is what a real study would be like. You're using an established study which has already been proven, and also you are adding your own dimension to that scale.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
think on those lines when you do or submit a research paper next time.
Sure, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I call upon Sukanya, ma'am, to present the paper, followed by Shanmuga Priya, ma'am.
Yeah, good afternoon, ma'am. Priya, can you just stop your presentation so that I can start? Priya, can you just stop your presentation? Have you stopped?
Yes, ma'am. Now she has stopped.
Ah,
You
yeah.
can
Yeah,
proceed.
ma'am. Ma'am, is my slides visible, ma'am?
Not as yet, ma'am. Not as yet.
1 minute, ma'am. Let me check.
Sure, sure.
Is it visible now, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. It is visible now.
Yeah.
Also, if you could switch on your video, it would be
Yeah,
great.
yeah. 1 minute.
Of course. Take your time. Also, Sumati ma'am, this is just to bring to your notice that the video is also being played
Pardon, ma'am?
live on YouTube. No, I'm just talking to Sumati ma'am, our resource person
As
for
my
the
video
day.
is on, ma'am. I have on my video.
Yes,
So,
Sukanya ma'am, you have switched on your video.
Yeah,
Just
thank you,
give me a
ma'am. Good
moment. I
afternoon,
just need.
one and all present here.
Miss
I
Sukanya,
have
can you please hold on? I think Miss Vidhi has something to say.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Sumati ma'am, I was just trying to tell you that if it is possible, you also kindly switch on your video when you're probably giving the inputs to the participants, because since we're going live on YouTube as well, it would
Yeah,
be lovely to see you as well. Yeah.
sure.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, Sukanya ma'am, you can carry on. Thank you.
Shall I proceed? Yeah. Very good afternoon to one and all present here. I have taken a title YouTube Advertisement Effectiveness among US and Chennai City. Myself, Sukanya. I'm a part-time PhD research scholar, Research Department of Commerce, STNB Vaishnav College, and my supervisor is Subhalakshmi. She's head in charge, PG Department of Commerce. So, as we are all aware that we are in digital era and digitalization, so many online platforms is on the verge, and everyone has started a YouTube channel. So it has become a fashion. So due to that reason, I just know what is the advertisement effectiveness. I have just taken a minor area, YouTube advertisement. So we all know that YouTube is an American online sharing platform, and which allows customers to upload a video or comment or share or suggest anything we can do in that. And YouTube has created a digital platform for creating ads, and the outreach of this YouTube advertisement is much more than what we see in the TV ads. And our customers and viewers perception also have changed, and so many videos has been, so many ads has been changed their strategy. And my objectives of the study is to examine the effectiveness of YouTube advertisement, to analyze the factors which influence the viewers in their purchase behavior and intention, and to give suggestions for improvement. These are some reviews, and I have collected around 100 respondents through a questionnaire, and convenient sampling method only I have used. Then some tools I have used. Using SPSS only I've taken factor analysis, weighted average, percentage analysis, and one-way ANOVA I have used. So this is the thing regarding the percentage analysis, regarding the demographic profile, gender. So 90% of my respondents were female, 57% of the respondents were students, and 59% of the respondents were in the age group of 18 to 22, and 46% were graduate, and 49% were having an income of about 35,000, and they have spent around 87% have spent seeing YouTube channel or YouTube videos around less than 2 hours, and 68% are using this YouTube for about 3 years, and so many people have been skipping the ads without watching that. So it has much taken into consideration how we can put much effort for giving the effectiveness, so that they can view that ads. So weighted average method has been used for knowing the perception, how they are taking that into their mind, and whether they are seeing that video and all. So weighted average method, this they have thought that it seems to be an interruption, because I'm seeing a particular video, and in between an ad is coming, or from the beginning itself an ad is coming, so I get irritated. So that interruption is there. So all they feel that that interruption should not be there, and it has been ranked as one. And they often buy some unnecessary products due to that advertisement, so they got so much addiction or influence towards that advertisement, and it has been ranked as 2, and it creates an awareness about the product that is ranked as 3, and gives brand information like that. Then factor analysis is being used to analyze various factors which influences the customers to view that advertisement and for making a purchase behavior. And I have done a reliability analysis through contact alpha value was 0.905. So it shows that it is reliable to done these factors. And the KMO Bata shows it's an adequacy of 0.858. And I have taken 14 variables into consideration for understanding the effectiveness. And it shown a variance explained was 66.333. These are the factors, which is 14 factors, and I have this has been extracted into 3. One is content related factor, an influencing factor, and pessimistic factor. Pessimistic factor is a negative factor which they feel annoyed, they feel that length is that can be there. So component 3 components has been extracted. Celebrity placed ad, celebrity endorsement, understandability, emotional content, frequency have a cumulative variance of 27.545, and it has been factored as or named as influential factor. Then communicative ad quality, worth of the ad, like that. It has been converged into to a factor 2, and it is named as influencing factor. So third factor is pessimistic factor, ad length, interruption, and displeasure. So these are the pessimistic factors. Then ANOVA has been used between to analyze whether there is a relationship between income and the hours spent. And
Sukanya, ma'am,
yeah, I will conclude, ma'am.
wind up. Thank you.
And I've given a suggestion that advertisers should make something very creative and interesting so that they will just see that ad and without skipping the ad. Celebrity endorsements can be done more for viewing the particular ads. Mid-roll advertisements, that is, advertisement placed in the middle can be possible. And unskippable ads should be avoided. And most watched videos can be chosen for placing ads. So this study focused on investigating the effectiveness of YouTube. It has concluded that celebrity had a very positive impact on the viewers' watching pattern and viewers' behavior. Celebrity placed ad is welcomed by viewers and influence their purchase decision. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
That was a good presentation, Ms. Sukanya.
Yes, ma'am.
See, my point is, why do you restrict yourself to YouTube ads? Because these days people are not just in one medium, they're
Yeah.
across the social media platforms. If you're going to restrict yourself to YouTube, I think your sample size also gets restricted. So these are the days when people are there into almost all social media platforms. So it only enhances the scope of your study if you're
Yeah, ma'am.
yeah. So next time you can think of going on the whole for say digital ads or something like that.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay.
I've taken a reviews like Facebook, Instagram, everything I've taken, but I've refined to this YouTube ads.
Okay, so this is the problem because these days people are not just on, watching YouTube. They are into almost all new concepts that are coming up. So it is just an advantage for a researcher when you undertake a research like this. Try to be more comprehensive.
Okay, ma'am.
And I think otherwise your content is quite good. You have chosen quite a lot of variables, and your analysis part is also quite good. And it goes with the popular feeling that celebrity endorsements always wins.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, so good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. There is a small updation in the list. I now call Karthikeyan sir to present the screen, followed by Shanuga Priya ma'am.
Very good afternoon to all, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
Ma'am, myself, Dr. Karthikeyan, I'm working as associate professor in SRM University, and I thank management as well as Ithiraj group of institutions for giving me this opportunity. And my paper is based on the conceptual mode of conceptual paper, which is purely based on the Islamic banking methodologies. So I have just compared what is the thing which has been done in the Indian banking system and Islamic banking concepts. So can we go for the proceedings, ma'am? Can we go, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Please carry on.
Yeah.
So you'll be
Okay.
having 5 minutes for presentation, followed by a minute
Yeah.
of Q&A.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. There is a lot of because at present today the Islamic banking, which will be playing a vital role when compared to the global economic structure, ma'am. There is a lot of gap between Indian bank, that is conventional banking system, and the Islamic banking system. The main objective, what I found in that, as per the religion, as per the content, what they are saying in the Islamic banking, that is paying off an interest is a crime. But in other banking sectors, the money which has been transferred from people to the banks, and it has been transferred to the people in the form of an interest rate. So here, what I'm trying to quote in sense, the main advantage of Islamic banking will be playing a role on the fixed rate of interest is being given to the depositors in Islamic banking. But in case of a normal banking sector, what we have been dealing on it here, we people are get interest from the banks. But in case of an Islamic banking system, which is totally different, ma'am. That is, as whatever the money we are going to deposit to the bank, the banks
So
will be
sorry to
such a,
interrupt.
yeah.
Sir, are you changing your slides as well? Because for us, only your first slide is visible, sir.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Actually, I was changing the slides. Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
Just
no
hold on.
problem. I think you need to like,
Now it has been, ma'am. Now it has been.
yes. Now it's going. Now
Okay.
it's in the introduction slide. That's
Okay,
right.
ma'am. Okay, ma'am. So here we quote that it also prohibits any sort of an investment in business that are considered a haram or against the principles of Islam. That is, in case whatever the investment what we are trying to get from the banking sector, if the banks are charging any type of an interest, okay, it is totally against to the principles of banking system which has been followed in the Islamic banking policies, ma'am. So here I have taken some of the objectives: make people aware of Islamic banking system, let people know way of how Islamic banking system is working, and number three, Islamic banking is going to get a lot of importance in coming year. The people will know about it before it is too late. And number four is the people shifting from Islamic countries will have an idea on how the banks work then. So I found there is no because it is a purely a conceptual paper. I found that there is a few things which has been I have reviewed here in how it has been quoted. In sense, the most of the important features of Islamic banking promotes the risk sharing between the provider, that is investors and the banking sectors. That is the main objective. How the banks will be doing it, they won't lock the funds in the banks. They will circulate the funds in the form of a business. That is, they will very oftenly they will provide many funds to the entrepreneurs in way of rotating the funds. But what we followed in other conventional banking system, we hold a certain amount of deposits and we pay interest to the investors. But in case of an Islamic banking, those things which has not been done at all, ma'am. And one of the most important criteria in this instance, the banking arose modern upset. That is, Muslim researchers communicated the reservations with the Western model of monetary intermediation because of the dependence on the premium and required elective instruments to play out the monetary intermediation in order to overcome the resources which has been invested by the investors. On the discussion point, the Islamic society is a genuine sense, is a relationship with the end to goal agreeable conjunction. The activities of the people in the Islamic culture should be executed to quote the ventures on direct. The Islamic culture is in this manner, considering the nobility and shared the assistance, help each other and up to the honesty and the devotion. So the Islamic principles with the banking sectors, which will be corely based on their own principles. That is why the banks will not charge any percentage of an interest from the investors, ma'am. And in case of a transaction in Islamic banks, the transaction in Islamic banks are governed as per the guidelines given by the Holy Quran. On the basis of the Quran, the transaction will be followed. Any forms of interest, either paid or collected, is prohibited. Any investment in activities such as alcohol, and immoral. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, just another minute of yeah. Okay, ma'am.
Please go ahead.
Okay. So any transaction that includes a fraud or any gambling by way of doing through online or banking connectivity, which is totally prohibited. That is, for example, the rummy and whatever the stuffs which are playing through online game, which has been linked with the bank accounts, which are totally prohibited in the Islamic banking culture. And sharing of loss and profit risk as per the agreements of the partners. A trader should know the process and in terms to be sold. And governing principles of Islamic banking: the absence of interest based on the transaction, and avoidance of economic activities involving obsession, and the avoidance of economic activities involving speculations, avoidance of speculative activities. So these are all the banking principles where the Islamic banking will be following, ma'am. And there are many scopes of Islamic banking, and just I add a contribution between them. The scope of Islamic banking in India: the potential to contribute considerably, a monetary growth potential to support the business in India, a potential give minimal expenses and an accessible cash flow to the little help of the business people. And potential of Islamic banking incorporates the advances to the organization ethically and advantageous to the general public and making theoretical, and potential to decrease the joblessness by way of giving SME area of credits. Because here the bank will not hold in conventional banking system, the banks are holding a certain sum of money, and based on their allocation only the funds are transferred to the end users. The person who wants to start any type of a business, for the entrepreneurs will be getting funds through MSMEs. So here small medium enterprises have been get choked because of the inadequate source of funds. But in case of an Islamic banking system, the banking sectors will never stop the funds on the holding process. They will float the funds throughout 365 days to provide more economic development, ma'am. In the part of conclusion, the Islamic finance in centuries, a old practice that occurring in acknowledgement all through the world, and the given expanded abundance in the Muslim countries anticipate is that field should go through the significantly more fast development. And so the primary finding of this from this group of workers is Islamic banks are essential as a pro-efficient and have lower default indebtedness. So there are many banking. We people have heard many bankruptcies are there, but in case I have there are very in case of an Islamic banking system, the bankruptcies are very much less. It has never been happened at all, ma'am. That's it, ma'am.
Can you please go back to your objectives line?
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, I've taken a lot of efforts to understand the concept of Islamic banking and presenting in this forum. I appreciate you for that. But
Thank you, ma'am.
You can refine your objectives further. Actually, this cannot be kind of objectives for the conceptual study. So
Okay,
I
ma'am.
would advise you to going for a kind of refinement for your objectives. But
Okay, ma'am.
it doesn't offer much scope for questioning because it's a conceptual study. So,
Okay, ma'am.
so I maybe you can read more conceptual oriented papers to just refine your objectives.
Sure, ma'am.
Otherwise,
Sure,
it's
ma'am.
Thank you.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Sumati ma'am, can we move on with the next participant? Okay.
Yeah, please.
Prishita.
So, can I call upon Shanmugapriya ma'am to present the paper, followed by Mariappan sir.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Ma'am, as I am presenting to phone, I can't able to on my camera, ma'am. Is it okay, ma'am?
That's okay.
Absolutely fine. Please go.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am, just a small request. Shanmugapriya ma'am, can you please put your phone in the landscape mode?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Now,
perfect.
ma'am.
Perfect. Thank you.
Ma'am, my topic is impact on promotional strategies on branded footwear products in Chennai City, ma'am. I am R. Shanmuga Priya, a research scholar from Annadesh College for Women, and my co-author is Anita Raman, Vice Principal and Head in Annadesh College for Women. Introduction. Branding is all about creating an unique identities and position for product and services. It emerges overall strategies of a company to withstand in the marketplace. As branding and promotional strategies are interconnected, there is a unique combination between advertising and the promotional strategies, which also get interconnected with the real life. Strategies also helps the promoters to promote their branded products, such promotional strategies used by the promoters are advertising, personal selling, sales promotion, etc. The study mainly focus on four branded footwear products, namely Bata, Nike, Adidas, and Cardems. Next, some promotional strategies used by the branded footwear companies are first one is buy one get one offer. Many promotional strategies promoters use this as their main strategies to get their product to be more popular and to be more sold to their customers. Second one is coupon. By giving coupons, as this is one of the oldest trick has been given to the customers, but this is more effective than any other promotional strategies. Next one is price off and discounts. Discounts has been very attractive to the customers, as they will be giving us 40% discounts, 30% discounts to their customers, so that the new customers would be able to purchase their products, or they may think of trying of these products. Next is lucky draw. Lucky Draw helps the companies to introduce their new products or to launch their products to the customers, and the customers are also attracted by conducting games within which prizes are given. Next, the main objective of the study is to know the promotional tools used by the promoters, to understand the brand popularity among the customers, to know the promotional strategies adopted by the footwear advertisers. The methodology used for the study are both primary and secondary data has been collected for this present study. Primary data have been collected by distributing the structured questionnaires among the customers. Secondary data have been used to analyze the conceptual framework and the review of literature for the present study. 110 customers who have considered for the study. A statistical tool used for this study are percentage method and ranking method. The major findings are as follows. As my first objective is to know the promotional tools used by the promoters, this chart reveals that 23% of the respondents are influenced by the television, 12% are influenced by newspapers, followed by 20% from celebrity endorsement, 3% to beauty advisors, 33% through social media, and 9% through friends and families. So majority of the respondents are of the opinion that social media is been their great influence of promotional tools which attract the customers while purchasing their branded footwear products. This as my second objective is to understand the brand popularity among the customers. This chart reveals that 50% choose Bata as their most popular brand, and followed by Nike, Adidas, and Nike. So the majority of the respondents are of the opinion that Bata is the most popular brand used among the customers, as this has been for this Bata has been withstand for more than a decade. As my third objective is to analyze the promotional strategies adopted by the advertisers to attract the customers. This chart reveals that 23.63% are of the opinion that coupons are used to promote their products, 30% are of the opinion that price off or discounts, and 14.54% are of the opinion that they attract their customers through lucky draw, and 31.81% are of the opinion that
they attract their customers by giving buy one and get one offer. So the majority of the respondents are of the opinion that buy one get one free offer and price of discounts are more effective way of promotional strategies used by the advertisers. So I conclude that branding plays a vital role in today's world as every individual is brand conscious. Even though it is footwear, consumer prefer branded products to be used than the unbranded products. Understanding the consumer behavior is the first and foremost requirement for a promoters to build the promotional strategies which are to be implemented in the market. And it is necessary for the marketer to know the most popular brand exists in the marketplace and to analyze why the product has been more popular and been preferred by the customers and the reasons to rectify their branded products. Customers' perception on branding may change if there is no constant innovations and promotional strategies relating to their preferred branded products. Thank you, ma'am.
Shanmugapriya, that was a good presentation. I just want to know what is the period of your study? When was it conducted actually?
Ma'am, it was conducted before 1 month, ma'am.
1 month. Okay. Because footwear sales came down like anything during the entire pandemic period because of all these work from home and lockdown. So I really doubt if the study result might be applicable after the pandemic. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. After the post-pandemic, ma'am, the customers are being more brand conscious uh, so that the product they have their products have been more older so that they are purchasing the new products, ma'am. Through
You mean to say we are in the post-pandemic period?
not exactly, ma'am, but we are trying to moving on.
Okay. And I think you use only percentage analysis, am I right?
Yes, ma'am. Only one I have used as ranking, ma'am.
Okay. But the study would have been more relevant if you had established some kind of relationship because it is to do with the promotional campaigns. Youngsters are more towards viewing all these promotional campaigns. So if you had established some kind of relationship between gender, buying behavior, something of that kind, the study would have been even more relevant. It's just a
Yes,
suggestion.
ma'am. As I am a research scholar, now only I'm trying to conduct a survey also, ma'am. I'm trying to do many chai poetry and all, ma'am. Now only I'm
Okay.
trying to do it, ma'am.
Okay, let this be a platform for you to develop yourself further.
Yes,
All the
ma'am.
best to you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I call upon Mariappan sir to present the screen, followed by Vaishnavi ma'am.
One second. Maripan sir, have you joined? Okay. Can we move on to the next participant, Rishita?
So now Vaishnavi ma'am, you can present the screen.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible now.
Very good afternoon to all who are present here. This is Vaishnavi, full-time research scholar from the college, SDMB Vaishnav, with the help of my guide, Dr. Subbulakshmi ma'am, supervisor and guide from SDMB Vaishnav College. My research topic is a study on factors influencing the perception of website privacy, trustworthiness, and users' purchasing intentions in Chennai City. Let's go with the overview of these e-commerce websites. So we can purchase any products or sell goods through online at anywhere at any time in a single click through any gadgets. Let's go with the overview of this topic. E-commerce websites or sites that facilitate business or commercial transactions involving the transfer of information through the over the internet. This study overview of this basic concept of trust and privacy, and also investigate the elements of online trust. So I have taken the top 5 e-commerce websites. There is Amazon, Flipkart, Mitra, Mizo, and Paytm used for this analysis. Let's go with the objectives of the study. To identify the awareness of consumer and the impact of purchasing in e-commerce websites. Next, to understand the consumer perception towards e-commerce websites. Next, to identify the factors that influence the customers to buy it from that particular websites. Let's go with research methodology. So I have used a descriptive and analytical study for this study. Sample design, simple random sampling method is used. Overall, 100 respondents have taken to use this study. The respondents taken through Google Docs. Next is statistical tools used in the study. The study data collected to analysis the statistical package for the social science, that is SPSS. Version 25 was used in this model. Percentage method, cluster analysis, and factor analysis were used. We'll go with the percentage method. Majority 45 respondents were belonging to the age group between the 15 to 25 years. Nearly 77% of the respondents were female. Majority 59% of the respondents were unmarried. 51% of the respondents were undergraduate. 45% were students, and 64% of the respondents prefer Amazon online websites. These are the percentage analysis revealed from the following results. So next, we go with the cluster analysis. In the cluster analysis from the table, it determined out the 100 respondents. 64% of the respondents belong to the group 1, that is overall termed as a overall service. Next group is categories as a product quality and image by 36% of the respondents. So 35%. Next, go with the factor analysis. The above table shows the Kaiser-Meyer-Oakland measure of sampling adequacy is 0.737. Good value of KMO more than 0.4 indicates the factor analysis is used for the present data. It's concluded that the variables of the factors that influence consumer purchasing intentions and their perceptions of the trustworthiness of the privacy-related practices of e-commerce websites. Here the total variance cumulative value is 59.255%. So the factor discussion is, the factor analysis clearly proves that the customer is taken into consideration. The principal component method of factor analysis and the Varimax rotation method have used to the group of 11 variables into it, 3 factors. So the first factor is termed as a conscious factor, the second factor named as a health factor, and the third factor as a security factor. So next is ends with a conclusion. The study concluded and highlighted that the people in today's world shifted from the offline to online for a clear-cut benefit of convenience and the comfort. Based upon the survey, the study identified that Amazon service is more satisfied in terms of products, user care, privacy, trustworthiness, and delivery services, and so on. Even though it's an e-commerce company, it's understood Indians very well and made it root stronger in India. Flipkart is facing a tough competition to Amazon. It takes some time to overcome and tries to render its best services in future Indian e-commerce market. Thank you, ma'am.
That was a good presentation. Actually, you have mentioned your sampling adequacy as 0.7 or something. Are you sure it's 0.7? Because with a sample size of 100,
Yes, ma'am.
can you get such kind of sampling adequacy?
Actually, based upon the factors, it comes under this number, ma'am, actually, way of calculation.
Okay.
So it comes under overall 11 factors I have used. So it's into 3-factor schemes.
Okay, and then you mentioned towards the end something relating to health. Did I hear that right?
Yes, ma'am. Health factor, conscious factor, and
But how will that relate to your topic of website privacy, trustworthiness, and users? What do you mean by that health?
health based upon the eyesight, how many hours we are using e-commerce website by searching many things, right, ma'am? So based upon that factor, have taken as a health factor.
Can you just repeat the title of your study?
Factor influencing on e-commerce websites, ma'am.
Because in your title you have privacy, trustworthiness,
Yes, ma'am.
but you have incorporated health.
Actually, it's based upon the question have categories that, ma'am. Because of the 3 factor, you have to conclude it. So I have named it as a health factor.
Okay, so you be very see. Anytime you can go back and reframe your title. That's not an issue.
Okay.
So you
Okay.
ensure that there's a proper correlation between the title, the objective, your finding, because it's your discretion. Anytime you can change your title.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. I will recheck with it.
And I feel you could have done more of analysis because this topic is such a good topic. I won't say it is highly contemporary. It is little contemporary. It offers more scope for you to study the demography compared to other topics like something on Ayurveda or something. The limit here is endless.
Sure,
So
ma'am. Yes.
you could have tried
That's
out.
the current trend topic also, yeah.
Okay.
In marketing. Yeah. Sure, ma'am. I will do. Yeah.
Okay. All the
Thank
best.
you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Any more presenters are there?
Yes, ma'am. The last one, ma'am. I now call upon Nirmala ma'am to present the paper.
Thank you, ma'am. 1 minute. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. You're audible, ma'am.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone present here. The title of my paper, Study on Customer Attitude Towards Eco-Friendly Products and the Factors Influencing It. Myself, Mrs. K. Nirmala, research scholar, my beloved research guide, Dr. K. Shamla ma'am, SDNB Vaishnav College. Introduction about my topic. Eco-friendly goods and materials are those that do not harm the environment. Consumers choose this product because it helps to safeguard the environment throughout its creation, usage, and disposal. Green products are often organic, eco-friendly, recyclable, and energy efficient. It may not be fashionable to use eco-friendly items, but it is necessary to combat climate change and pollution in the environment. Here are some ideas for getting customers to go green. That is, introduce them to some of your favorite eco-friendly products and services. Sharing relevant material on your blog and social media platform is a very good way to start. Volunteering as a group to accomplish something environmental friendly, then making it easy for people to recycle. The customers can follow the simple and easy way to go green. That is, replace our light bulbs, switch off our computer at night. When we are not using the light in our house, we can turn it off. For as long as we can, don't switch on any light. Before put the dishes into dishwasher, stop rinsing them. Then disposable bags should be avoided. Review of literature. Here we have collected some reviews from the research papers and journals. Some of them are mentioned here.
objectives of the study: to study the demographic profile of the customers, then to be aware of the elements that influence the development of eco-friendly products, to determine the elements that influence customer attitude towards eco-friendly products. Methodology: under methodology, the sampling areas covered for this study is Tamil Nadu. Primary and secondary data were used. Sample size is to 545. Stratified random sampling method is used with the well-structured questionnaire. Then analysis and interpretation. One sample t-test and a ranking analysis is to find out the customer preference to buy an eco-friendly products. While using that ranking analysis, the mean value ranges between 4.64 to 4.36. It shows that customers prefer to purchase organic food first. Cleaning, baby products, stationery, and body care ranks second, third, fourth, and fifth respectively. Then apparel, clothing, house products, accessories, and cosmetics ranks sixth, seventh, and eighth respectively. The t-test values at the 5% level are statistically significant. Factor analysis has been carried out on the variables of the customer attitude on eco-friendly product buying behavior. The KMO test was carried out. It is also in the satisfactory level. Major findings: 51.1% of the respondents are male. 28.4% of the respondents are between the age group of 30 to 40. 50.5% of the respondents are married. 27% of the respondents had a monthly spending habit of 1,000 rupees on environmental friendly items. Free samples are used by only 27.7% of respondents. Suggestions: to develop marketing communication campaign to promote green products among customers, to assist customers in understanding the environmental benefit of using them. And we conclude that demographic factors have little impact on customer purchase behavior when it comes to ecologically friendly things. Green goods may benefit customers' dietary, housing, and outdoor environments. Purchasing green items has become fashionable and it contributes to the preservation of our mother planet. Thank you.
Ms. Nirmala?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for choosing a topic which all of us have to follow. But then, when it is a presentation like this, you're not supposed to give ideas, your own ideas of how to safeguard the environment and such things. Everything should be based on your findings and what your data gives you as an answer for those objectives, and not based on what to say, some theoretical aspects. So, I think one of your objective was elements influencing development of green products. Am I right? Second objective was to find out the elements influencing development of green products. Can you please respond?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, but I don't find anything relating to that. I think it relates to
second one, aware of the elements that influence the development of eco-friendly products. Right, ma'am?
Okay. Yeah, but I don't find anything relating to that in your study.
Pardon me, ma'am?
I don't find anything relating to that objective in your study.
Okay, because just 5 minutes presentation, no, ma'am. So,
no, even in 5 minutes, what you can do, you can avoid. Yeah, you can avoid things like your first slide, second slide. Be very brief about all that, because in such forums, what will be emphasized is the variables that you have considered, how you have analyzed, and how you have arrived at the conclusion. Okay. So in future, try to focus more, because you've got a very good sample size of 545.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you for your valuable input, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I call upon Ms. Rajalakshmi, ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of Bank Management, to convey the vote of thanks.
Sorry, Prashita, sorry to interrupt. Sumati ma'am, would you like to present something from the recent trends of marketing?
I just got a call from one of your faculty, so I didn't get a hang of what was happening just now. Is the presentation over?
So, well, the presentation, we are through with the presentations, ma'am. And at 4:15, we're going to be having the closing remarks, more like a valedictory sort of a stuff.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Mr. Mariappan is not presenting.
Yes, ma'am, he's not present. Like, he messaged me this morning that he is, and I think he didn't join the meeting now. So I guess he's not presenting, ma'am. Yeah. I
So
tried reaching out to him also, but he didn't pick up.
So totally 9 of them have presented. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am, that's right.
Okay. Only if I have time, I will do my presentation. Otherwise, I don't mind doing away with my presentation. So if the organizers feel that
So
time...
all I can say is, well, actually, ma'am, 4:15 is when we're going to be having our closing remarks. So maybe you can utilize some time until 4:05
Yeah.
or 4:10 max.
I'll just try to be as brief as possible. So let me...
Sorry, ma'am.
Yeah, you can stop me anytime. Okay.
Ma'am, just give me a moment. Can you just give me a moment, please? I'll just confirm once again. Just give me a moment. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. So you tell me what I should do. In the meantime, I will just give my okay, to the presenters, just my point of view of what you could have done, so that in future you can be more careful about presentations and forums like this. You be very brief with your PowerPoint. As the name suggests, it's a PowerPoint. So you just have to mention the points. And when it comes to presentation of the statistical part, use infographics. There are so many tools that are available in abundance these days. So go in for those things, and don't make it as sentences in a PowerPoint. So make it as bullet points and try to be more explanatory. Nobody will have time to read the slide as such. So I think you can have all these in your mind when you go ahead with your next presentations. Yes, Ms. Vidhi, you have
Thank you so much for such valuable inputs, ma'am. We are just so as we discussed earlier, we do have time for about maybe till 4:10, I guess.
Yeah.
And then we'll move on.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm sharing my screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Is my screen visible?
It is, yes, ma'am, now it is.
Okay. I have chosen this topic, Metaverse Marketing, because this track is basically for marketing. So I thought, let me give you some idea of currently what's happening in the field of marketing. So that's the basic idea of choosing this topic. I am not sure how many of you are aware of this topic, but even if you're aware, I hope this presentation will give you some kind of new ideas as to what this topic is all about. So I have organized my presentation. It's a very simple presentation, just the 3 topics: the background, and what is happening what the top brands are doing in the metaverse, and what the future is going to be. So what is metaverse? It's a virtual reality space where you can have a virtual image of yourself in a computer environment, and you can interact with the computer itself or with other similar virtual images. So what can you do in the metaverse is you can host a virtual party. So all of you may be familiar with this Tupperware parties. So what happens if it was a virtual party? You'll be creating icons of these Tupperware products. You'll be hosting a virtual party wherein the participants will also have their images. So it's a real party, only that it's happening in the virtual world. You'll have real images of real people. It goes like that. So obviously it will be possible for you to buy or sell things. And just like how you socialize in your various media platforms, social media platforms, you can socialize in the metaverse also. So that it offers immense advantage, or it is a very, very good tool in the hands of the marketers to showcase their products, because there is no limit in terms of creativity. The more creative the marketer is, the more effect it will have on the consumers. It's very engaging and interactive because throughout the consumer is involved in the process of advertising. Like it can be in the form of a video game, or it can be in the form of a his image getting installed in, I said the example of a party. So he can be present throughout. It is not like the traditional medium. If you sit in front of a TV, you're not part of the ad. But here you are part of the whole process. And gone are the days of e-commerce, m-commerce, etc. We are in i-commerce now, which is immersive commerce, where the customer himself can get soaked in the product. So how did this concept gain importance is once Facebook changed its brand name to Meta, people started getting curious to know about what this metaverse is all about, and that's how this concept became prominent. Now I'm going to give you a few examples of what top brands are doing in the metaverse. See, if you take Nike, a popular brand for footwear and apparels, they created virtual images of all their popular footwear, accessories, apparels, etc., in the form of NFTs, that is non-fungible tokens, and they launched it in the metaverse. And you won't believe that within 7 minutes of launching, they were able to sell 600 pairs of shoes as NFTs, and they earned a whopping $31 million. And this is this example should help you to understand how powerful metaverse is. And as you see here, Coke created 4 images of their own iconic logo and other things. They packed this, again was in the form of NFTs. They packed this in a mystery box and they auctioned it in metaverse. And the winner walked home with all these 4 NFTs. And along with this, he was given a refrigerator full of Coke bottles and other goodies. And this is another famous fashion house from France, Louis Vuitton. They are very famous for their handbags, shoes, etc. And they launched a game called Louis the Game on the occasion of the 200th anniversary of their founder, Mr. Vivian. So what happened was the users were asked to collect 200 candles just to correlate with their founding anniversary, 200th founding anniversary. And they were asked to traverse through different worlds and collect these candles. And the idea of having this game was to help people realize Louis Vuitton has reached 200 years. And that point was caught by the customers through this process of having this game. Next interesting concept was done by Wendy's. Wendy's is a popular food chain from US. They realized that their closest competitor, that is Dirt Burger, they sold frozen burgers. But Wendy's wanted to drive home the point that their burgers were fresh and none of their ingredients were frozen. So they created this mascot, a virtual mascot, which closely resembled the real mascot. What you see in the left side is the real mascot, and to the right is the virtual mascot that was created in the metaverse. And it was launched like a game. The game was the user had to shoot as many freezers as possible. So the idea was to drive home the point that nothing was frozen. See, freezers only are used for freezing the foods. So nothing is frozen. There was no better way to drive home the point of their food was fresh and nothing was frozen. You won't believe this particular campaign got 8 awards in Cannes Lion. Cannes Lion is nothing but an annual festival held to reward creativity in advertisement. So this particular campaign won so many awards, and the topic of Wendy's doing this campaign trended in social media like anything. There was 119% increase in the number of mentions about Wendy's in social media. And the last example I've taken is that of Dimension Studio, where a customer can take a scan, 100 different scan of his images, and he can place himself in the virtual world. Dimension Studio is basically a garment seller. So you can try out their garments virtually before you actually buy those products. So these are the examples which should help you to understand that top brands are into metaverse, trying to popularize their product and trying to boost their sales. So this is one very popular concept in marketing which is slowly catching up. I should say that the future is very bright, and people label this as the next best thing that's happening in the evolution of internet. If I have to borrow the words of Satya Nadella, the chief of Microsoft, he says that this has a potential to embed the digital world in the real world, and it can also embed the real world in the digital world. So I think that should sum up what the future of metaverse is going to be. Thank you so much. I thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity. It gives me so much of pleasure. It's not just the words that I'm using here. It really gives me so much of pleasure to come back to my college. I own this college, I should say. So I take the liberty to say that it gives me so much pleasure to come back to this college. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was very enlightening, the trend of marketing. Now I call upon Ms. Rajalakshmi, Assistant Professor of Department of Bank Management, to convey the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, one and all. On behalf of the Departments of Accounting and Finance and Department of Banking and Insurance Management, I express my sincere gratitude to the resource person, Dr. Sumati, for her presence today. Thank you very much, ma'am, for this enlightening session. I'm sure that the valuable input shared by you would definitely benefit the participants across the globe. It was a pleasure having you with us, ma'am. I thank all the participants for the enthusiastic participation and cooperation. Once again, I thank the resource person, the invitees, and participants of the session. Have a nice day. Thank you. Join us at 4:15.
Uh, I kindly request the participant to join back to the technical session link for the closing remarks, which has been sent in the WhatsApp group. Thank you.
Vaishnavi and Miss Vidhi, can I leave?